Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect destined to be saved under Brother Caleb from the GMS UK London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to edify those of which I spoke of. So, I've got two articles here that I wanted to get into. Because we're on the 5th of January, I believe, 2025. So we're just a few days into this so-called new year by Esau's Gregorian calendar, and there have already been two, I'll use the term T attacks or false flags to set the new year off. So this is very interesting because it kind of sets the tone, Lord willing, for how 2025 is going to proceed, because Esau seems to be wanting to push the T narrative again for whatever purpose to further his agendas. So I've got two articles here. Let me read them. This says from Sky News. It says New Orleans terror attacker Shamsud Din Jabbar had ISIS flag on truck as first victims named. It says improvised explosive devices were also found after the attacker was killed in a shootout with police. So this is the alleged suspect here. Sorry, forgive me, I yawned. This is the alleged suspect here, and let's see what they're saying. It says the suspected terror attacker who killed at least 15 people in New Orleans has been identified as names of the victims begin to emerge. The FBI said Shamsud Din Jabbar, 42, died in a shootout with the police and was born and raised in America. Sky's US partner NBC News obtained a picture of him from officials in Texas where he lived. Jabbar drove a pickup truck around barriers and plowed into a crowd celebrating the New Year early on Wednesday. A white stick believed to have held a black ISIS flag can be seen on the back of the truck. Dozens were also injured in what the FBI is treating as terrorism after an Islamic State ISIS flag was found on the back of the vehicle. It happened at around 3:15 a.m. on the intersection of Canal and Bourbon Streets in the city's French Quarter in an area popular with tourists. The attacker was shot dead after he crashed and opened fire on officers. 2 police were injured in the firefight but are expected to recover. A gun and an AR-style rifle were recovered from the truck, and the FBI said a potential ED, improvised explosive device, was found alongside the weapons, and this is the alleged scene here. And allegedly that flag just happened to be there. Other potential EDs were discovered nearby, and Special Agent Aletha Duncan said 2 had been made safe, with police combing the area for any other suspicious items. The FBI said it did not believe Jabbar was solely responsible and urged anyone with information or images of him to get in touch. However, senior law enforcement officials later told NBC News that 4 people seen in a video and initially suspected of laying EDs had been ruled out. New Orleans Police Chief Ann Kirkpatrick told reporters the attacker was trying to run over as many people as he could and was hell-bent on creating carnage and damage that he did. Hell-bent on creating the carnage and damage that he did. Witness Jimmy Coltrane told NBC News the truck was going at around 70 miles per hour and there were only flimsy barricades along Bourbon Street to stop it. He said within 2 minutes tops the driver was long gone and police officers were chasing him on foot. Let's see this video here. It's not playing. Just a few police officers running. Anyway, read on. Let's see. One of those killed in the attack was been named by family as Martin Tiger Beck, 27. His brother Jack posted on X, always love you, brother. Whatever. Just going on to some other people that were allegedly victims. Alright, so we've got the gist of what was going on in this one. Let's get me the other article. This one here. So this also happened. It says Tesla Cybertruck explosion outside Trump Hotel investigated as potential terror attack. The driver who was inside the truck when it caught fire died in the incident and 7 other people were injured. This was published on Thursday, 2nd of January. So this is yet another supposed T attack within the first 2 days of 2025. So it seems like ESO's trying to build a narrative here. Let's read it. It says, a Tesla Cybertruck explosion outside one of Donald Trump's US hotels is being investigated as a potential terror attack. The driver who was inside the rented vehicle when it caught fire died in the incident on New Year's Day, and 7 other people suffered minor injuries. While work is still underway to remove the driver's body from the vehicle. The blast happened as the truck was just outside the President-elect's hotel in Las Vegas, the police and fire officials said. Tesla is owned by tech billionaire Elon Musk, who has been a close ally of Mr. Trump, donating millions to his successful 2024 US election campaign. He was also tasked with leading Mr. Trump's Department of Government Efficiency. The blast in Las Vegas is being looked at as a possible terror attack, and 3 senior law enforcement officials told NBC News, Sky News' US partner. As yet, officials have not provided a cause for the explosion. Sheriff Kevin McMahill from Las Vegas police said the forces knows who rented the truck but will not be revealing their name at this stage. In a news conference in Las Vegas, Mr. McMahill said the truck was rented in Colorado and arrived in Las Vegas at 7:30 a.m. local time. It went immediately up and down Las Vegas Boulevard before immediately pulling into the Trump Towers, he added. Mr. McHale later said, officers, they spelled his name differently here, later said that officers were absolutely investigating whether the blast was connected with the attack that left at least 15 people dead in New Orleans the same day. He added, we're not ruling anything out yet. The 3 law enforcement officers who spoke to NBC had earlier said they did not believe the 2 incidents were connected, while Mr. McMahill said there is no indication that the Las Vegas explosion was connected to the Islamic State ISIS terror group. It comes after FBI found an ISIS flag on the back of the truck used in the New Orleans attack. The Las Vegas sheriff also said police have not found any devices that could have been used to set off the explosives in the vehicle outside the Trump Hotel. Mr. McMahill continued, I have to thank Elon Musk specifically. He gave us quite a lot of additional information in regards to how the vehicle was locked after it exploded, as well as being able to capture all of the video from the Tesla charging stations across this country. He sent that directly to us, so I appreciate his help on that. It had earlier emerged that the Tesla used in Las Vegas and the Ford used in the New Orleans were rented from the same company. Mr. McMahill said that this is something that his officers will continue to look into. The sheriff also shared an image of the pickup truck after the blast, which showed gas canisters, camp fuel canisters, and large firework mortars in the back. He continued, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits there, and it really limited the damage that occurred inside of the valet, because it caused most of the blast to go up through the truck and out. Again, I've misspelled his name. Mr. McMahill also pointed out that the front glass doors in the hotel, which were just meters from the blast, were not broken. Meanwhile, Clark County Deputy Fire Chief Billy Samuels said that 7 people who suffered minor injuries were all stable, with 2 of them taken to hospital and later released. It came before FBI Special Agent Jeremy Schwartz said the agency is trying to determine whether the blast was an act of terrorism or not. He added, we believe that this is an isolated incident. We do not believe there's a bunch of folks out there supporting or helping this. So that gives you the gist. So let's get into some precepts. Let me pull some up. Bear with me a second. Bear with me, I'm just pulling some precepts here. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So, Esau's putting these stories out there of these 2 supposed tea events that took place on New Year's. Now, we all know that he does everything to further his agendas and his plans for his New World Order. So these things, we've got to take them with, look at it with a spiritual mindset and with the understanding that Esau will use these false flag events to push particular narratives. This isn't the first time he's done this, and it most certainly won't be the last. But this is how he rolls. We've seen this devil, as Elder Apostle Gabar says, he's not prolific. It's the same 1 or 2 tactics he uses to accomplish things, and he's been using them for many years. This isn't the first time that a truck has ploughed into a group of people and been called, a terror attack. I believe a couple of years back, that happened over here in London. What's that bridge called? Is it Westminster Bridge? near Parliament, somebody done something similar. Let me see if I can pull that up. Bear me a second. Yeah, in 2017. Let's read this. Westminster attack. What happened? So this is another, alleged tea incident, which is another false flag by Esau. Let's see. It says what happened. It says 6 people died, including the attacker, and at least 50 people were injured after a terror attack near the Houses of Parliament on the 22nd of March. This is what we know about what happened that day. And what the hell is this? When I zoom in, it doesn't allow me to pan, so I can't really read that. Let's see if there's some text. Right, so it says the attack lasted 82 seconds. It began at 14:40 Greenwich Meridian time, when Khalid Masood drove a car hired. Doesn't this sound familiar? Drove a car hired from a depot in Birmingham over Westminster Bridge near the Houses of Parliament. One witness said he sped up and mounted the pavement and began hitting pedestrians indiscriminately. Oh, doesn't this sound familiar? Police believe Masood was driving up to 76 miles per hour. Yeah, 76 miles per hour. 82-second attack. 14:40:08. Masood's car mounts pavement on Westminster Bridge and hits pedestrians. Masood crashes into perimeter fence of Palace, Westminster. First 999 call made to Met Police. Masood leaves vehicle, runs toward Parliament, and is shot dead. Jeez, it sounds exactly like blow by blow, play by play, what happened on New Orleans on New Year's, just gone, 2025. So it's the exact same scenario and setup. The car then crashed into railings outside the Palace of Westminster. Masood, armed with a knife, left his car and ran towards Parliament, where he was confronted by police. PC Kenneth Palmer, who was wearing a protective vest but not armed, was stabbed and killed. Masood was then shot by armed officers. Witnesses described hearing a warning shout and the sound of 3 or 4 shots before the attacker fell to the floor. A 75-year-old man, Leslie Rhodes from Clapham, South London, died from his injuries the next day, and a Romanian, Andrea Christa, who fell from Westminster Bridge into the River Thames, died more than 3 weeks later. Here's the alleged guy who was the attacker. Khalid Masood, 52, was born in Kent on Christmas Day 1964. Before the March attack, he was believed to have been living in the West Midlands. He had a criminal past, but his most recent conviction for possessing a knife was in December 2003. He had never been convicted of a terrorism offence. Speaking shortly after the attack, Prime Minister Theresa May told MPs that while Masood had been once investigated in relation to concerns about violent extremism, he was a peripheral figure and not part of the current intelligence picture. And that's the alleged guy there. And just, more information about the alleged victims and the alleged attacker, but this is what I mean to say. I show all this to say that Esau's not that creative, man. It's the same he's playing out of the same playbook that he always has. And you know what I mean? What is that? That was in 2017. So that's what was that? 18, 19. 8 years ago, 7-8 years ago, and now he's playing the same card again, you know. But as I said, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. There's another precept I want to get. Is it Psalm 64, I believe? Let me just check. Yeah, this is what I want. This is Psalm 64 from verse 1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsels of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. And the righteous shall be glad in the Lord Yahweh, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. So, yeah, these are just two. Well, I've got three there. If we include the one that allegedly took place in 2017, that's three terror attacks. But basically, the main two I'm talking about are the ones that just happened at the beginning of 2025, just a few days ago, because, Esau's going to use this to push certain narratives. So, 2025 has started off with a bang. Lord willing, it continues. And Esau does what he does to further his agenda, because, we want to get out of here, man. So the sooner this devil, plays his cards, the sooner that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai can take this man out of power and deliver us who are of the hopeful elect from this kingdom, because we don't want to be here. This place was for our punishment. We've got no future here. Our future is in the kingdom, Lord willing, with our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai when he returns. So let Esau do what he's going to do. Let Esau hurry up and do what he's got to do, because we're sick of this place. So yeah, Lord willing, that was edifying. So with that, giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect destined to be saved. And I'll catch you in the next lesson, short, Lord willing. Shalom for now.